G'day, SPARTANWILLY here, and welcome back to our Aston Martin Motorsport Manager F1 2021 Manager Mod save. Hungaroring is the venue for today's race weekend. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to hopefully follow up on a good weekend in Silverstone with, of course, George Russell getting his first victory at his home Grand Prix. We're on a bit of a win streak at the moment, as you can see there, 4 races, not too bad at all. Even Norris getting a win in there, so good news for the team. And yeah, just before we get started here, it would mean a lot if you could leave a like on the video if you're still enjoying the series, and consider subscribing if you're not already. And yeah, that being said, I'm going to do these 10 days before Hungaroring, and I'll see you for Hungaroring Prep. So, a very quick 10 days. We're, of course, working on the engines. That was nowhere near being done. I think we just started that last episode, so wasn't expecting that one to be done, but we got the new brake part fully reliability, so 100%. And as you see there, the performance just blows our last set out the water. So we're going to have really good brakes in the car. We've also, because we're doing such long builds, we've been able to work on every part, as you can see there. So we've working on the gearbox performance in both our gearboxes. So because that's crucial around here, hopefully we have a very good weekend. Lando is one slightly better. We're going to keep it like that, just so he has a part that's better. Because otherwise, they are equal status drivers on paper, but they're not really, because one's fighting for a championship. You know how it is. We also got a new sponsor. We had an empty sponsor slot, and Adidas or Adidas. Very exciting there. Shame it's not in a more prominent spot, but yeah, no, that's pretty exciting having a big name there. There was like 5 million up front and then 100k every race. So the 5 million up front was decent. It's a couple parts. But yeah, so that's basically all that happened. If we go forward here, Martini, I'm going to go ahead and do practice Q1, Q2, and I'll see you for Q3. Alright, Q3 time. Now, we did have a heavily rained Q1 and Q2, and we lost both Red Bulls in Q2, but Mercedes and Ferrari managed to squeak through by the skin of their teeth. So, we still got a bit of competition in Q3, which I welcome, because, competition's a good thing. But we're going to send our boys out right this minute, and hopefully we can get 3 runs in, but I doubt it. It's it's not a long lap, but you need a pretty short lap to get 3 runs in. But we'll give it our best shot. We're going to go, the middle one's going to be on softs, just in case we don't get out for that third run. Oop, and I've already lost a bit of time there we actually don't have that many soft sets left, because I went for 2 runs in Q2 just to make sure that we got through, which we don't usually do, but that's fine. We got plenty of tire sets. Even if you have to use one of those worn ones in the race, like, it doesn't matter. It's literally been on the car for 1 hot lap and an in lap and an out lap, so I'm sure they'll be fine if we have to absolutely use it. But Norris is actually beating Russell as things stand, but it looks like Russell's going to beat him. He's actually behind Verstappen, but we get, oh my days, 0.001 of a second in front of Verstappen, and Norris is looking good around here at the Hungaroring, so that is good to see. Now, will we be able to get a third run here? We might with Russell, which could mean bad news for Norris, because he'll be shattered if he doesn't at least get a chance to protect his pole, but we're going to send him out now, and he might make it round if he's lucky. You're going to need to do a pretty hot out lap there, mate. 20 seconds. He could make it, Or 10 seconds. Russell's just started his lap there. 3, 2, 1. Oh, he didn't make it. 1 second later, and he would have made it anyway. That's a bit of excitement for Q3. We're going to see what Russell can do. Surely he has to get above Mercedes. No, he won't. So Russell is on the second row. Norris is on pole. What? Okay, I'll take it. We're on pole, but with Norris is showing up Russell a couple times this season, and yeah, that is Russell on pole. We'll take that. Not Russell, sorry, Norris on pole. I'm so used to seeing Russell, and Russell's best lap was actually on softs, which is interesting. But yeah, we'll take that. So we're at with Mercedes on row 1 and 2. I'm a bit stunned by Norris, but good on him. So on to the race. All right, race day. Now, hopefully Norris can get another race win here. I'd love to see that. You just hear the British anthem again, because all we hear is the British anthem on this channel. But tyre selection is unlocked due to the rain in Q2, which I knew it would, but I forced it on the soft run anyway. Now I look like a bit of a fool for using so many soft sets. But anyway, it's fine. Maybe Russell's setup's not quite with him. That's why he didn't get pole. I mean, Norris is just tuned in. But if it gets boring playing with the setup, you know what I mean? I'm just like, yeah, 95%, that'll do for Russell. But here we go. Start the race. Now, I'm hoping for a good result here. Come on, boys. I mean, we're leading the championship by quite a bit. Red Bull, our nearest competitors, aren't even starting the points. But here we go. Good start from our lads. Hamilton might get jumped by Russell here. No, Hamilton. I'm so used to seeing Hamilton there. Verstappen. Russell! Did you hear my gasp? That was pretty dramatic. Russell runs off wide and he's in the dirt. Alright, well, we're riding on board Norris here, who gets overtaken by Verstappen. It's not only just falling down the grid order. He doesn't have the car with him. Hopefully Russell can get back up. But yeah, look, not the best start to this race, but I mean, it couldn't have got much worse. I guess a DNF, but we'll remain optimistic here as we're holding back Hamilton. Norris will retake second place. Verstappen looks to be driving away though. We're going to keep these tyres from overheating too badly. We don't want to cook these tyres too early in the race. Yeah, so second and sixth. Russell's recovered pretty well. He's only 5 seconds off first. He's fine. I hope. Hopefully he doesn't do the same thing. He has used a lot of fuel though, but that, again, it's fine. He can recover that later on. Lando Norris is fastest lap. He is fast this weekend. I reckon he can win it today. I was going to say I would be surprised if he didn't win it, but also he doesn't have the best car. So I think if he was in Russell's car, he would be like 6 seconds ahead. But he's actually gaining on Verstappen. Is there rain today, actually? Just remember that. No rain at all. Bit boring, but I guess we'll take it. And Russell's on an absolute flyover lap. Look at that, fastest lap. He's up in P4 now, behind Hamilton. And we've sort of switched. We started on the front of row 1 and 2, and now we're not on the front of row 1 and 2. We're on the back of row 1 and 2. But as I said, it's very congested at the moment, so I wouldn't get too concerned. Our tyres are actually overheating though. That is something to be concerned about for sure. Auto's on, yeah. Make sure we're not wasting ERS. Now the Mercedes boys are going to have to pit soon, fortunately for us. So hopefully we can make up some ground while they're in the pit. We're going to keep looking after these tyres with Norris so we can go long into the race. In fact, so 44 laps. If we can make these tyres last another 10-15 laps, we can just do a one-stopper today. And they're coming into the pits, so we're going to judge this gap when they come out of the pits. So Hamilton's actually not going to be coming to the pits. Verstappen's about 14 seconds behind. So if we can keep it above 14, we're good. Hopefully he gets holed up in traffic, as he is. Oh no, that's Hamilton's time. And tyre temps are low. We're going to tell Russell to cool that a little bit on the fuel because he does have to start recovering some of that. In fact, just use that mode, mate. Then you're set. You can go back in overtake mode then. Yeah, I will just take over and make him save some fuel. There we go. Yeah, plenty of fuel now, mate. You can do the rest. Verstappen, yeah, look at that. The gap is going. This race could well and truly be over. I'll keep you guys with me until we stop at least. Leclerc and Gasly started on the softs, so they were smart and thought this thing through. The thing is as well, they're on the fresher tyres right now. When we pit and if we come out in front of them by a couple of seconds, we're going to be in completely fresh tyres. They're going to be on half dead tyres. So, you know, they might not even make it to the end of the race. They might have to stop again. So we'll see how that goes. Now, if our boys come into each other, okay, nobody clipped that. If our boys start fighting, we lose a lot of time. So we might have to sort of intervene, but I don't want to just let Russell pass. I think we might pit Norris right about now. Use all your ERS, mate. Use it all. And then we'll let Russell out for one more lap. So Norris, in he comes, and out he goes. And he is 4 seconds in front of Lulu, which is great to see. Blue flags. And we'll look to pit Russell. We don't want to compromise his race too much, even if it's... But then fighting with Norris will also compromise his race, so it's kind of a lose-lose. But we're going to go recharge battery and pit him for his one stop this race. In you come, George. Chuck that straight back on auto, and he comes out just in front of Lulu. If you don't know who Lulu is, it's Lewis. I don't think it's that commonly nicknamed for him, but I think it's a cute nickname. So, but yeah, look, this race is looking pretty comfortable as things stand. I think the Mercedes have both got a stop in them, and the Red Bulls just haven't been at it all weekend. Let's be real. They had a bad Q1, Q2. Ricardo's down in 8th, Gasly's down in 5th. It's going to be a big weekend for us. We could wrap up the championship in the next 5 races, to be honest. Our boy's still top of the Drivers' Championship. This is the thing. I'm building a dynasty with Aston Martin, so it's not great to watch, but, you know, I'm still enjoying playing it, and hopefully the videos still get views, so, you know, still enjoying watching it. But yeah, look, I might cut away here and I'll bring you back towards the end of the race. So, I mean, our boys could battle here, actually. Do we let him fight? I reckon we let him fight. We're going to keep him on the exact same driver style and engine mode and see what happens. Watch him collide. But, that could add a bit of fire into the series. So let's let it happen. Look, I'll bring it back if the race end or if our drivers start colliding. Well, not hopefully they don't collide, but start fighting. All right, so with 3 laps remaining here in this Grand Prix, Norris is a good 3 seconds in front, so I don't think we'll see a fight between our boys today. But Norris will win his second Grand Prix of the year, which is very exciting for him. I'm loving this. I almost want to, go a full season and put him in completely equal machinery, see how we go, but I can do that off camera. But here we go. Lando Norris will cross the line after a fantastic weekend in Hungary. He has honestly been perfect from start to finish, and honestly could be challenging Russell for a first driver spot. Because yeah, he's in a much worse car than George Russell, and he is just outclassed him from being on pole to not making a mistake on lap 1. Look, if Russell doesn't make the mistake on lap 1, maybe he wins the race, but Lando didn't make a mistake, so he wins the race quite comfortably there. Zoom ahead here a little bit, and it's going to slow it down for me, but into the pits comes our race winner. Thought that was the pit lane. Into the pit comes our race winner. Fantastic work, Lando. Yeah, so that is it. So Lando wins one, Russell wins one, and Lando fights back and wins one. So that's a good little to and from got there. Russell does steal the fastest lap, however, it's good on him. And as you see there, Lewis will round off the podium on the bottom step. This is what we wanted, our boys in the top 2 steps, me on there as well. Lewis has to get used to that 3rd place. So after another dominant performance, it has to be said, in Hungaroring, not quite dominant all weekend. Obviously we didn't get a front row lockout qualifying, but I mean in the race you saw our pace, and Mercedes strategy was all off. So a good win for our boys, 1-2. It gives us a massive gap in the championship at 139 points with about 12 races to go. We're almost at the halfway point of the season. So yeah, that'll be all for this episode. If you're still enjoying the series, make sure to leave a like in the video and comment any thoughts, feedback, suggestions down in the comments below. And subscribe if you're not already, but I'm sure you already are. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord server, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.